participating in organizations that help others have been a part of Bill's life since he was young. After a long career of helping others, Bill chose his retirement spot on Cape Cod, but his work of doing good for others has not stopped. Since his arrival on the Cape, Bill has been involved with nonprofits, libraries, human services, environmental protection causes, and scholarships for students.
Mr. McLennan, I've always called him Mr. McLennan. I've known him for over 20 years, and everything I know about philanthropy I've learned from Bill McLennan. And I have to say, a lot of what I've learned about being a good person, I've learned from him as well. He's giving, he's kind, he's smart as can be, and he is a person who has lived his life and continues to live his life to the fullest. I used to work at the MSPCC, and we raised, obviously at Christmas time, there's always a need for money for kids who aren't doing as well as other kids, and someone showed up at the door with a bag full of money, and it was $100 bills, and I was taken back by that. We usually get checks and things like that, and I tried to get the guy's name. He wouldn't give me his name. He just wanted to leave the money, and I didn't know what to do because that was certainly not the protocol. So I called Bill McLennan up and I said, I've got this bag of money. What should I do? And he said, the only thing about tainted money is it taint enough. That was Bill McLennan always led upstairs. Whenever he gave you fatherly advice, you better listen.
Bill never refuses to help when called upon, and today, in his 93rd year, Bill still loves the challenge of helping charities across the Cape achieving their goals.
And here is Mr. McLennan.
When I learned of the honor being bestowed on me today, I thought perhaps you would not remember my words of wisdom. So I grew a beard, thinking you might remember the great bearded old man who was honored here among you. First and foremost, I want to express any heartfelt thanks for this honor. At this time in life, it gives me a great boost. My first thought on hearing about this award was a wish that Evelyn McConaughey was here to share it. Our spouses deserve much credit for sharing their time and volunteer activities, and it takes time. In September of the year I turned 12, I officially joined my family church. I was asked to be part of a father and son solicitation of funds for the church budget, though my father was not alive. During the distribution of assignments, the name of John Knickerbocker kept coming up. He was the rich man in town. No one took him. So finally on the third reading, I raised my hand and took his card. I went to his home and was admitted by a maid and talked with Mr. Knickerbocker, who gave me a check for $500. The church budget that year, 1929, was $2,400. And so Bill McLennan, age 12, got the biggest gift. My next reflection went back to 1929 also, the beginning of the Great Depression, when my mother volunteered my help in delivering Thanksgiving dinners to the poor people in town. Since then, there's been church work and Boy Scout work, and I have enjoyed volunteer work throughout my life, recognizing the critical part it plays in so many of our communities. Since retiring to Cape Cod in 1984, I've been involved in 19 different agency fundraising efforts, and I'm still actively involved in 6. I don't look as though I could do it, but I sort of live it every day. These are all pleasant memories and challenges to me. I am very impressed with the organizations that sponsored my receiving this award. And I am very pleased that my children and granddaughter Kimberly are here with me today to share this occasion. I am touched that so many friends and colleagues have chosen to join me here as well. Thank you, thank you.